Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for February the 8th through the 14th, 2016. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath and to just allow ourselves to align with the source of our well being and its truth, and just allowing yourself to be centered in the offering of prosperity and health and help that is available to you now. And so, as we seek the angel's guidance, I've already seen that Archangel Raphael, Jesus, and God are with us and are coming forward for this reading. And they seem to be pointing towards, they're showing me the third eye, and they're making the third eye look like a window shield, so in an automobile. And so there's this sense of you feeling guided to take action, to maybe sensing new directions, feeling of following some leads is what I just heard them say. That you're following some leads in this week, that and you're checking them out. Like they show me you looking in the side view mirrors, you know, which is just saying that you're looking back, making sure that things are, before you merge into the next lane, that your path is clear. And giving me a sense that in this week that you're going to be doing some research, as I write in the word look. So what they would like for you to do, they want you to know that you're on the right path, and that the changes that you are making are huge, and they're going to be highly, they're writing the word highly. So they're giving me the sense that these changes are huge, and they're going to be highly favorable for you. For some of you, this may have to do with, as they're writing the word office, moving, relocating, or moving within your office, maybe accepting a new position. For some of you, they wrote Stanford. So this could be that some of you are thinking symbolically, since I'm thinking of Stanford University when I saw it. It could be literal for someone, but I feel that the words that they show me too are also symbolic, so that maybe some of you are thinking about college or some higher level of education, going back to school. So what they want you to know is that these things that you are receiving, you're being guided, you're being led by your inner Holy Spirit to pursue these changes. And they want you to know that they're right for you. And I get this sense that it's okay for you to look into these things. If you are feeling a bit unsettled, just look is the direction for now. Just look into it. See what opportunities you may discover is the word I feel that they're bringing through. They're saying that you're going to be very glad that you did, and you're going to feel, after you look, you're going to feel very good about this insight, and you're going to kind of get on board with it. They're writing the word hopeful. You're going to feel very hopeful. So lay your fears aside for the moment, as you're anticipating probably a little too much about the choices that you're being guided or led to make. And then that, if you focus on it, focus on it prematurely, then what you end up doing is hesitating. And all they're asking you to do right now is to look into it. It's going to be good for you. They keep writing the word good. Um, and I feel they wrote the word lack so that it's going to fill in some of those gaps where you feel you are limited or you are lacking. Concerns or worries that you have will sort of shift out, and you're going to start to become more focused on what you have, and you're going to start to notice um, the benefits, the rewards, the success, the opportunities that will unfold, and they will sort of assuage your worries or concerns. So don't anticipate prematurely the worst case scenario. Okay, don't let yourself get stuck in things like that. So okay, let's take a look at the card for the theme of the week, which is let's hear from the archangels and just get a sense of their divine perspective. And this is, I think, quite appropriate. This is the Archangel Jophiel, and her name means the beauty of God. And so it's kind of like that, reminding us that beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. And you need to use this tool, this very powerful tool of perspective, to help you to stay with the pace of how things need to occur naturally. As you can see here, nurturing a garden, we all understand that it just can't be done overnight, although probably these days you can bring things in, and maybe that's part of the problem because we're so used to having things happen for us, that instant gratification, and that we forget that it's about enjoying the process. And sometimes we can have things immediately, but in this case, there are things that need to be ironed out within your vibrational offering that you need to embrace and accept and adjust to in terms of the changes that will erupt within you. You see, every desire, every change erupts new desires. And those new desires take you and create further expansion of who you are in that moment and what you are truly wanting and what the outcome can become for you. And so your expectations, in this sense, you want to leave yourself open to expect the best and what's possible for you, and leave it open to, allowing your potential to flourish here, instead of getting sort of a set, rigid path that you end up restricting yourself, and because you don't allow for the variables, for the expansion to unfold. And so in this process right now, enjoy the idea of receiving insights, noticing solutions that you didn't see before, and being aware, be in the moment as it's unfolding of possibilities and new opportunities for you to pursue, and enjoy the gift of this information coming to you, and being aware that throughout your process, this awareness, this guidance is always available to you, which means you're never alone and you will never truly fail. That success is always presenting itself to you and giving you opportunities to claim that, to have access to that. And so then as you go to that next step of just looking into it, instead of looking behind you, look forward as you're driving down this divine road path for yourself. I like to call it the divine roadmap. And so look and then stay in that moment and then enjoy what you discover. You know, the again, appreciation, gratitude, because this is what builds the momentum. And once when you stay in these moments, if there's it sometimes things do happen instantly, and it's perfectly okay, because maybe you don't need to build the momentum of it, but you have enough then to start to instantly acquire it, and then you know how to keep it going. But in this process, for most of us, these changes are huge, as they indicated, and they kind of disturb us a bit, and we start panicking and start to sabotage ourselves with those old patterns of thought that just start to detract rather than add to what we are trying to create. So the card says, patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And so this is what they like her pouring that water to just so that it knows that's the element that it needs to help it to grow. The element that your dreams and your desires need to help it grow is your trust and your love and your passion and your ability to expect the best and to see those opportunities and to see blessings even when they're not visible to you, to be able to feel them. Okay? All right, so let me just tune in and see if there's any additional information. And one of the things that Archangel Jophiel is saying is that you can call upon her. She's saying that this is a great time of abundance for you. You have no idea. And that everything is changing for you so that you can acquire the understanding of just how abundant you are. Therefore, when you tap into that, when you really embrace how abundant you are, how limitless you are, if you just look at yourself in that way and see it in others as well, then you will allow the abundance, the natural abundance that is inherent and that is there for you to become a part of your life more readily, more easily, and effortlessly. Okay? So you can call upon Archangel Jophiel to help kind of beautify your thoughts when they kind of turn into a negative route. Ask her to just tune in and really meditate and call upon her and asking her to reroute, okay? To reroute your thoughts to the divine perspective, to guide your thoughts that lead you to step, as she's just showing me, stepping forward, to step in the light, to take action steps in the light of your truth. So remember this week to call upon her if, for whatever reason, things get a little crazy for you and you start to feel less patient and you're losing a grasp on the bigger picture unfolding for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. So yeah, this week is going to be present some of its challenges, just because change does this for us. It's not to our source has no challenge in change. It's the human aspect of us which has a hard time staying present in the moment where change is always occurring naturally, and being present and being aware that this is the divine natural order. And so when that doesn't happen, because we often are pulled away, focused on, trying to please others, we're always focused away from our own alignment. We're always focused on things that are not our priority. The soul is not the soul's priority. It's not the soul's desire or focus or position. Then we find ourselves not really understanding who we are and really knowing as much. So you know, we really don't like it when other people don't get to know us, right? And they make assumptions about us. And this is what this card really indicates. And this is what happens to you when you don't focus on your own alignment. You, who no one else can know you better than you, becomes like the others outside of you, judging you based on assumptions. You become that to yourself. And so this card would definitely indicate, in the traditional cards tarot, you see this person like maybe he's walking away, that he's stolen something from somebody, or he's, a shady character. And when you don't focus on your alignment, you're being shady towards yourself. You're giving yourself shade, meaning um, you're hiding your light, or you're blocking it. So don't cast shade on your own light with by making assumptions, by judging yourself harshly and critically, by always focused outside of yourself, trying to please others, trying to fit in. Don't do this, okay? And definitely don't make decisions because you're afraid of how they're going to affect others, or put others before yourself, when what you really need to do in order to bring true joy to those that you love is to be yourself. So, don't rob yourself of and the world of your authentic light. Don't cast shade on yourself. Okay? So this card says plans that need revision. It says more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So let me just tune into this card and see what's going on, for the beginning of the week. So, okay. So what they're showing me is that you are kind of worrying or panicking about something, in the beginning of the week. You're standing like inside, and you're looking outside. They're showing me like a maybe sliding doors, maybe from your den or something like this, and you're just kind of looking out, and you're looking with worry, and the more that you stand and look from the outside, you start to show me like almost like bars going up across that sliding door. You start to cage yourself in more. So the more that you just sort of try to stand and be secure and be safe, and kind of look out, like looking through your window instead of going out there, and pursuing your life purpose, you cage yourself in. And so they give me a sense that you just need to open that door, that sliding door, and walk out there. And they show me that, I don't know if they represent people or your team of guidance, but they're calling you beyond that, and something is waiting out there for you. And the only way that you're going to get where you're going or discover what it is you gotta step out there. You can't be suspicious. You can't think. You can't let your doubts. Like I said, you can't be doubtful of yourself. You're assuming based on your past that you may not do well, and that's not going to be true this time. But you gotta. This is soul related, and you gotta pursue your soul. You gotta trust in your heart, and you gotta open that door and walk out and see what's waiting out there for you. You won't know from inside. You're just caging yourself in, and you're creating this illusion. Okay, you're locking. It's like here, this merry-go-round. You see, like there's a weird energy that's surrounding them, and it's that trap of just following the status quo, just and it takes courage to be those two who walk away, the two unicorns in the back who just they're off on doing their own thing. They're not going to get caught up in this whole doing what everybody else does. And so if you're having a little bit of that trouble, then this is something that you need to break free from. in order for you to get a sense of who you truly are. Okay? All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And we have the Nine of Fire. So this card is about, as the card says at the bottom, it says, don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So this is the card, the number 9, and it's indicating in angel numbers about light worker getting on your life purpose, right? And so and this card in the fire suit has to do with your career goals and things like this. Usually this is a number of completion or arriving at some point. And here this card always feels a little different than the other ones because you see this person and they look like they've been through a lot, and yet they're still willing to persevere and get through it all. So it doesn't always look like an easy progression or for them. They've been through a great struggle, and it's about learning too about, as the next card that comes up, then he ends up learning that they need to learn to do depend on others more, okay, and reach out to others more. So this kind of makes me feel like don't you want to defend, but then also don't be too guarded, and be open. You have, like you see here, she has the dragon behind her, who's holding all the other wands, which is really representing, the universe and the spirit world supporting you and backing you. And so you have it in the one wand in your hands. And so there's this, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe that you are supported. You don't feel that you're alone and that you can't make it. So this don't give up is really the message of this card. You're just on the brink of accomplishing great things, and just keep the idea that the universe loves you and is supporting you and helping you. Let me just tune in to this card to see any additional information. Another thing I thought that they're giving me as well is that they want you to sort of shift the way you think. So again, don't get caught up in feeling like you're all alone. That don't play that tape over and over again, that you got to struggle to get everything you want and nobody is supporting you. Look and flip the script, if you will, and start looking for the opportunities, the blessings, the support system. Start looking for it. Okay, it's there and it's available to you, and only great things can come out of this. Believe that someone is out there, and not just someone, but that there are many opportunities of people out there. If you were to present your purpose, your plans to them, that they would be more than willing to support you. And so it's that high idea that you're holding your vibration, that who's gonna help me, who's gonna believe in this. And if you believe that vibrationally, then that's what you offer, and that is what starts to they repel others from having that trust in you. So work on shifting that, and get in alignment with feeling and acknowledging the support of the universe behind you in a very powerful way. Okay, there's a song that we used to sing when I was growing up in my Baptist church. It says, "I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. So I don't feel no ways tired. I've come too far from where I've started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, but I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me." And so that's the song that comes in my head at this time for this card. So just know that when you're ready to give up, that's when it's somebody is ready to step in, that the universe has a plan and is ready to step in with great support. So don't give up. All right. And in that traditional card, he's waiting for something. He's waiting for somebody to come. He's expecting that. All right. And you should too. All right. So patience is the theme of this week. And then we have a good news at the end of the week. So we have the Page of Earth. And this card says good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So this kind of confirms a few things that we saw. They were talking to us about in the beginning about some people maybe want to pursue a higher education or some other promotion or new opportunity, so for you to pursue that may come up. And so the page being a messenger and being the Page of Earth and finance, things about home or health, this means that you would get good news, some news, starting news, something that'll get you started, something that'll get you going, and some sort of sign, emerging sign of that your prayers are being answered and have been heard, and that you have a possible lead to pursue. So this could happen throughout the week, but definitely by the end of the week, you're going to feel more positive. You're going to feel that support. And the page, being a court, can represent a person that may come through. It could be you who could be this for someone else. So just be aware of, some opportunities happening for you that are going to be good opportunities for you to pursue. So this is like an emerging sort of presentation or emerging offers, for you to pursue. All right, let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck that I already pulled, and we have another page, the Page of Water. So this page of water is typically somebody who's very shy, someone who's very sensitive and artistic, and so this card can represent that you in this week, just be aware. I'm really getting a sense more about being aware of your inner sensitivity, information that comes to you through your feelings. That this week you definitely may want to be more. Since we have this card too, you may want to be a little bit more on alert or be more aware of how you're feeling, how things are affecting you, and what's coming up for you. You may have maybe you'll feel things in your bodies, very empathetic. You may just you may want to keep yourself very focused, very aligned, meditate and stay very well grounded in this week. And also, pay attention to this. Could also mean strong psychic insights that come to you very clearly, that just emerge out of various interactions. And pay attention to those signs as like you would pay attention to signs on the road, following the road map, the signs that would lead you to your destination. So just be aware of how things feel to you in this week. And if something there's a lot of resistance in it, then know that that's not the path for you. And if you feel this alignment, you feel this flow, you feel this inspiration, power, and then know that that's a strong urge for you to move forward in that direction. So just pay attention to how you feel in this week and notice and be very much aware of your feelings. And again, be patient with yourself, as energies may be a little heightened in this week. When I was first tuning in, I did feel just some kind of intense energies, But that's nothing for us to worry about, because what that means is that this could be then an ebb week in which we need to kind of just slow down and maybe and not push against and so maybe more resistance will be kind of put up, but that helps us to when we see or feel resistance, we know slow down, go within. That we're not paying attention. We're focused more on the outside of ourselves rather than that internal guidance. That we're following the guidance of things outside of our own source rather than being in alignment with our own truth. So that's a good thing when these things happen. So be aware of what you feel and follow it and correct that what comes that's resistance. So and this requires you to be patient, and that's always a great reminder, no matter if it happens through events and things for us, so that we get redirected. It's like recalibrating, like the GPS would do. When you make the wrong turn, it recalibrates you, and that's what an ebb period does. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and I thank you all for your comments here on YouTube and Facebook. And if you're looking for an angel reading, please feel free to contact me, and through the Angel School website, which you can find in the description link below, theangelschool.com. And you can also join us for the daily card messages on Facebook, which you can find here as well. You can also reach us for those daily card messages through Twitter account. So I send you lots of love and many blessings from the angels. Until next week, have a great, great week, and happy Valentine's Day.